What's going on, everybody? Eddie Dowd back again with Brian Sachs. I'm a real estate agent. He's a mortgage lender, and we come to you every single week with more real estate advice, more things about real estate, so that way we can help you grow generational wealth through real estate. Just want our audience to be educated all the way around. And one thing a lot of people ask is, how's the market? So every once in a while we will do these videos talking about how the market is and bring you guys in on it. So people are asking me, how's the market? Great time to buy, great time to sell. What is it right now? Buyer's market, seller's market. These are questions that every realtor gets every single day, day in and day out. So we figure that we come to you today and talk about what has been published on the market. Brian?
Well, it's a great topic, Eddie, because everyone thinks they are going to figure out the market. I don't think anyone really can figure out the stock market, and I don't think anybody really can figure out the real estate market. The reality is, as I always say, the best time to buy a house is when it's right for you, and the best time to sell your house is when it's right for you. But forget about what you say, Eddie, and forget about what I think. Let's see what the market's telling us. I'm going to share our screen here. And this is from the Maryland Association of Realtors. So this isn't debatable. This is, these are the facts. Are you seeing the screen, Eddie?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So
Small.
Say again?
It's small, so make sure you explain it all, but I can see it.
Well, let's make it bigger. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right. So this is the Maryland Association of Realtors. And here's what it's telling us, folks. It's telling us last month there was a 12% drop in homes that were sold, 12% less sales than the year before. But look at this. The average price went up 5%. So if you were buying a house, look at this. This is such an interesting statistic. The average price went from $499 to $525. So while you were waiting for rates to come down, you lost $25,000 in value in purchase price, right? The home went up.
The equity now.
Exactly. There are more units pending. That means there's more inventory now. Active inventory went down a little bit, but the time on market is really pretty much the same. But look at this. 8,000 versus 7,028 drop of new listings coming on. Median days on the market in 24, it's 1 day more than it was in 23. So what's all this mean in English? What's it telling us? It's telling us that we're about to start transitioning back to even. Okay. I think it's going to be very, very, very short-lived, and I'll tell you why. As we're recording this today, which is end of July 24, there is talk about the Federal Reserve dropping interest rates. So what does that mean? That means, and we're already starting to see a little bit of a drop. We had hit a high of 8%, over 8%, which is scary. And now we're starting to come down into the sevens and even the sixes. So number one, if you own a house and you're watching this, great time to refinance. But secondarily, if this is what you were waiting for, rates are going to come down. The challenge I see is that, as you see from this graph, home prices continue to go up. And it's what you and I have been saying every week here, Eddie, that, everything in life is supply and demand. We don't have enough supply right now. And when rates come down, that demand is just going to go up. So look, from 23 to 24, we went from 500 to $525,000. That home went up $25,000. Same home. Okay. So we're seeing right now the shift. We went from a seller's market. A seller's market means there are not enough homes for sale, but there's a ton of buyers looking to buy. Even means that it's equal. There's buyers in the market, there are homes for sale, and everything's good. We're going to tip soon to, with rates coming down, I think a little bit of a buyer's market, but I think it's going to be very short-lived. Some of these listings are going to stay around a little bit longer, but once those rates drop, folks, you're going to see craziness again, in my opinion. And craziness means that there are people overbidding the sales price. It means they're waiving home inspections. It means they're doing whatever it takes to buy that house, because let's face it, when you're renting, you are making a mortgage payment. You're just making someone else's mortgage payment, which is your landlord's. So we're seeing for the next 60, 90 days, a little bit of an opportunity. But I think once rates really start coming down, and I'm predicting, I'll go public here, Eddie, and I'll predict, I think we're going to see rates around 6%. I really do, in the next 12 months. But when we do, think about it, it now becomes more affordable, and more buyers who've been sitting on the fence waiting are going to come into the market. If you're selling, great time to sell. If you're buying, great time to buy. But that's going to shift now as the rates in the market changes.
Exactly. And I mean, and we know what happens once everybody runs out to buy, you start bidding up prices, and the value goes back up. We've had these conversations day in and day out every time that we join almost. But once something that comes to my mind is one of the programs that you guys have, CMG has the rate rebound. So if you are thinking, oh, they're a little bit too high right now, if you do take advantage of it right now while there's not as much competition, once the rates drop to 6% and everybody and their brother comes out to look to buy, you guys can take advantage of that 6% still and have the rate rebound, and not have to deal with as much competition, when everybody thinks it transitions to about.
It's marry the house and date the mortgage, and with rate rebound, you get a free, no cost refinance as many times as you like, as many times as rates drop, anytime from 6 months after you settle to 5 years after you settle. I mean, that really should give people peace of mind. But the reality is, think about this. If you're paying $2,000 a month in rent, you've spent $24,000 and you got a place to live. Let's be fair, but you've not built any wealth. You've not built any equity. Even if rates were flat, you've not paid down a mortgage. So, renting is, right for the right reasons. But if you think you can't buy a home because of credit or money or whatever it is, I mean, Eddie and I can work on that with you. There's solutions for almost everybody.
And
I
if you
just
think,
had a lady today, Eddie, I got to jump in. She had a mistake on her credit report. Her credit score was 536, and we fixed it, and we got her credit score all the way up to 670. So, she was afraid and embarrassed to even talk to me. I go, what are you embarrassed about? We're good.
exactly. Yeah, we help folks all the time. So whether it's credit or, if it's money, if you think, hey, I need to get my savings up or whatever, how about this? What if we give you $2,000?
Yeah.
What if we get $1,000? You're saying, how are you gonna bring out your wallet and cut a check for $2,000? Not necessarily, but what we do have is the home funded. We talk about this all the time. It works as a GoFundMe page essentially, to where you can contribute. Any of your friends or family can contribute, and you're saying, well, I don't have $2,000 to contribute. Well, here's the thing. You go ahead and start a GoFundMe page. You put a little, not a GoFundMe page, a home funded page. Put a little bit of money in there. Have your friends, have your family. Shoot the link around. See if you can get a cousin, whoever. to give you a little bit. But we give, or CMG gives $2,000 in that as well. So there's a free $2,000. If you were thinking, hey, I'm a little bit short on money, well, there's a $2,000 head start.
You
We can
know,
get
Eddie, I
that.
just had a family that came to me to get pre-approved. Nice young couple. They're about to get married. We set up the home funded page for them. We do all the work, by the way, folks. So nothing for you to do. They put the link with a little note on their wedding invitation. Hey, we're looking to buy a house. Here's, instead of buying us a plate or giving us $20, put it in here
I'm
because
really,
it'll help us.
I'm really kicking myself because obviously, we own the house that we live in and everything right now. And I just recently got married, but we'd like to get another house here coming soon. And I'm like thinking, dang, we just got married. Why didn't I think of that? And I sit here and preach home funded every day. I'm
Yeah.
really got me kicking myself. I don't know why we didn't, shoot the
Do it
link
next
out.
time. We'll do it for the next one, but it's all good.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, think about it.
there's not going to be a next.
Say again.
You said it for the next one. I don't want the next one.
There you go. Well, there
We'll
you
do
go.
it for the year.
Well, check it out. Eddie's going to put the link in there. And if you're getting married, and how about even if you're getting divorced and one of you needs to get a different house, that's all good too. We'll help you either way.
There you go. All right. Feel free to leave a comment below with whatever you want us to show, but whatever you want us to talk about. You can call me at 410-588-6536. Brian, how can they call you?
They can call me at 443-324-8424. Thank you, everyone.
All right. See you guys later. Have a good one.